Hey y'all. And I know I said I was gonna do tax tips Tuesdays, and today is Thursday, so I'm a little bit late making this video. But I'm gonna make a real quick video. I'm not gonna go long and drawn out like I used to. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the Affordable Care Act. Now, as we know, or we don't know, the sign up began November 1st, which was Tuesday. And for those who are self-employed or who don't have any health insurance, the Affordable Care Act, which some of us may want to call it the Obamacare, it mandates that everyone is to get health insurance. And if you are self-employed, most of you are not. Doesn't work for employee to get health insurance to your jobs. But if you're a self-employed individual, then you know that you may be getting a lot of calls from companies trying to sign you up for health insurance. Now, on Uber Eats, there is, and one of the rewards, I'm going to go and look at it real quickly. It offers you an option to sign up for the Affordable Care Act or health insurance. And from that, you could go to, let me go ahead, let me see, where is it? Where is it? I'm tired of looking at y'all with these messages. I'm going to go to the app of Uber. And Uber had offered an award. One of the rewards was signing up what is called Strive, I believe. And with Strive, you can sign up for, where the hell is it? Instant pay, I don't do. Where the hell is that thing? They want to add all these things. I'm never gonna do no instant pay. I could wait for my little check to come every week. But anyway, driver rewards. On driver rewards, we're gonna talk about saving for retirement in another video. But under finance, they had, at one point, they had here it is, health solutions. They call it Stride Health Discounts. And with that, you could switch your health plan or you could enroll by January 31st. So this year, if you didn't have insurance, then you're supposed to sign up by January 31st of 2016. This coming is open enrollment. So from November 1st to January 31st, you had to enroll in health insurance. Now, of course, Uber partnered with someone to let people sign up for different health plans according to your age and according to your zip code, because your zip code, or where you in your state, it determines what kind of rate you're going to get. So depending on the area, if you live in a very high populated area, like I live in DeKalb County, Stone Mountain, in Georgia, your health insurance rates are going to be high because they have it down demographically. They know the mortality rate in certain areas are high costs, high health insurance, etc. So your rates are going to be different if you had lived in, say, Dunwoody, Alpharetta versus Atlanta and DeKalb County. I hate to say it, but if you're African American and you live in, say, a certain income bracket, or if you're white and you live in a certain income bracket and you live in certain areas, your health insurance rates are going to be much different than, say, if you were a person who made say 6 figures and live in, not DeKalb, Decatur, Alpharetta, Johns Creek. It's just as simple as that. Certain people with certain income levels, and in some cases, certain race, your health insurance is going to be different. That's why it's important that we all strive to be healthy. Now, I've been through a lot of stress lately in these last several months, and I've been kind of neglected my health, which is not good because it costs more in the long run to be in poor health. You spend more money in long-term health than to be healthy. So if you're self-employed and you're out there, you don't, you work on your own, you work by your, you have your own business, health insurance could be pricey. But Uber did offer different kind of rates, and I did look at it several months ago, so it's pretty good. That's if you're single with no dependents. Health insurance is pretty reasonable. It's right as fact, it's kind of comparable to what I was paying when I was working for the IRS and the government. And to those who want to think that, oh, you get excellent benefit, you work for the government, blah blah blah. No, those rates were no more cheaper than if I had got it on my own. It may be somewhat cheaper, but not too much, because the government was not trying to pay into a lot of our health insurance, and it seems like they was cutting back every year, cutting back. But anyway, that's not my topic. So for Tax Tuesday, if you're self-employed and you don't have no other coverage, say with your spouse or partner, and you're not covered under the insurance, by the tax law mandates requires that one gets signed up for health insurance. If you don't sign up for health insurance and you file your taxes next year, then there is a penalty. Now, when I worked at the IRS, they told us don't use the term penalty. You had to use the term and explain to them and say it was a fee, something crazy. But anyway, it was still a penalty. Now, for those who do sign up for the Affordable Care Act, and you can go to aca.gov, or you go to irs.gov, and you can also probably find information about the Affordable Care Act. The IRS doesn't answer questions about the plans. They only are mandated in regards to that tax penalty for those who do not have insurance. And that's the whole year. So you'll be getting some forms next year, which I'm going to go over in my series of videos as the tax season becomes closer. I'm going to discuss about the 1095 A, B, and C. I'm going to tell you what the differences are, because everyone's going to get a form in the mail. Because if you work for a company, they're going to notify the IRS that this person was covered under health insurance all year round. If you signed up for the Affordable Care Act through the marketplace or the exchange, you're also going to get a 1095 C. So there's a difference between the A, B, and C. But the difference is that one is from the employer. Everyone's going to get. So if you work for a company and you have health insurance and you're covered all year round, you have to remember on your 1090, on a 1040, you have to indicate I am fully covered. If you don't indicate that, you could get a penalty, and you may see a charge on there, and you may wonder why I got a $580 or $700 bill. That is a penalty for not having health insurance. So if you're covered, the IRS is they're now going to start implementing and making sure that those who did not have health insurance that they're going to be assessed that penalty. Now, the way to avoid getting a penalty, you may be exempt from that. Now, like I said, I'm going to do another video, and when I go closer into doing the returns or showing you about the returns and the rules, we're going to go over the different forms. Now, another thing with the Affordable Care Act, if you're self-employed and you're full-time and you don't have no other coverage, please sign up for the Affordable Care Act, ACA.gov, or you could also go to your app on Uber and then look at that rewards section under the health and look at the rates that they offer. Compare the rates that's offered. Don't just sign up for any of these people who call you on the phone randomly, because I get calls every day telling about, oh, you want to sign up on the Affordable Care Act, because you want to compare plans, just like if you were working for a company and you compare different cafeteria plans and which kind of plan you want to get, what kind of coverage you would like to get. But that is also covered. Now, if you're self-employed and you say you don't make that much income, you don't make that much money, you could get a premium tax credit. That's a refundable credit. That means that, in a brief nutshell, if you sign up for the Affordable Care Act, part of your insurance that you pay each month is subsidized. That means that at the end of the year, when you do your tax return, say you were due an additional $2,000-3,000, you could actually get up to $2,000-3,000 of premium tax credits if you fell under a certain income level. It's just like the earned income credit, basically. If you didn't make as much money, you signed up for insurance, and you paying a premium every month, you get it's like a subsidy. That's one of the things that everyone was arguing about in Congress about Obamacare. We're going to take Obamacare, we're going to appeal it, all that crazy crap. But there are some things I didn't like about the plan, and I could understand where some of these Republicans were coming from when he talked about the Obamacare and why forcing people to get insurance if they couldn't afford it and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so that's my tip for Tax Tip Tuesday. It's going to speak about the Affordable Care Act, the ACA credit. And you want to start, if you don't have insurance, please go to the ACA.gov website. Also look at the plans on the Uber app that speaks about the different health insurance plans. But don't automatically be quick to sign up with anyone on the phone that's trying to offer you health insurance. Look at all the plans and see what it offers, see what you could afford. And then also, when next year tax season comes, when you get these forms in the mail, I'm going to go over the forms with you, and I'm going to speak more in depth on that. But right now, open season has started for next year, November 1st to January 31st. You have a deadline to file for health insurance, and if you couldn't afford it, then there are premium tax credits you may be entitled to receive, but that's not going to show up, and that's not going to be done until next year taxes. So right now, I don't want to go specifically into the numbers, because next month the IRS systems will be going down, and they will be programmed under the new tax laws and tax rules. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave a comment below, and please respond to some of my videos, because I don't get any comments from people, so I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time doing these tips and tax tip videos. Now, sometimes it may be hard to understand, but as my series goes on and I start to figure out how to do the videos, I could pull up the different forms. I could show you the forms, but I assure you, if you stay with me, it will get better. Some people may have the fancy camera equipment and the fancy editing tools and everything else. But let me tell you, the knowledge of what I know is priceless. I don't need a fancy camera. I don't need all these things to, microphones and, oh, let me do all this. I don't need all that. That's showboating to me. I want to give you value and things of substance. But at the same time, if you could tell me how to make my videos better, let me know. Because I'm always constantly working out, trying to figure this out in terms of this video technology and YouTube. So I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.